Hey y'all, it's Shannon. So I'm gonna try and walk you through this the best that I can. So I drew a parrot tulip, I believe is what it's called. I kind of sketched it out and had a general idea of what I wanted. And then I took a water brush, which I really love to use water brush and acrylic inks. I don't know if I'm the only one. I don't see a whole lot of people doing it, but I really like some of the effects, like almost watercolor washes you can get with it. And I just enjoy, being able to shade with it and play with it a lot. If you know what I'm talking about or have tried it, let me know in the comment section below. But I really do enjoy a lot of the effects that I feel like I can get with a water brush. Especially when I travel, I love to have water brushes for watercolor or gouache or anything. But here, I'm obviously using acrylic inks. And I believe most of these are Daler-Rowney. And I'm just going in and adding some color. So I'm adding some of the yellow to the red as well as the green, because I find that I like to try and show reflections in each of the pieces of the flower, if that makes sense. I know I'm not making a lot of sense tonight, but I'm trying. So right now I've taken a break to kind of let it dry because it will curl on me. This paper is only like 90 pounds at the most. And I'm mixing some additional colors now. And going back in with something that's more red and less magenta-y, purpley-esque. It's more of like an orange red, it looks like. And just kind of filling in details. I just really love to build a lot of layers in my flowers and stuff, and I know it's, again, not something that's to everybody's taste, but I just like to do it, and it's to my taste, so that counts. And I think for a parrot tulip in particular, that it's supposed to be ruffly kind of looking, I think it's a good way to do it. I also really love to do it for hibiscus. I have quite a few videos where I have that sort of technique done, and I just really enjoyed it a lot. So I'm just waiting on it to dry, blowing on it, whatever. So I'm going back, I'm mixing some additional colors, and I'm adding in some white this time because the yellow is a little more prominent than I would have liked for it to be, even with the water brush. So I am kind of pushing that to the back by adding some white onto it. And that, to me, really kind of helps with that. I don't know if you're going to be, I hope you'll be able to see this by the time we're done, but I don't know. So now I'm letting it dry and just kind of adding in some additional small details to this with the dip pen, which I also really love to do for additional details and things like that, just for little tiny details to add those in. I think the dip pen is just a wonderful invention. I probably need to order more of the little quills. I think that's what they're called, honestly. I'm telling you, it's been a long day, y'all. It's been a long day. It's late at night when I'm recording this, so I don't know. But I really do love the dip pen, and I have quite a few different, I want to say they're called quills, but I'm not sure. But I have quite a few little pins. I don't know where I'm going with that. But anyways, I'm adding in a bunch of details and using those same colors that I've used in all of throughout this painting to kind of, like I said, I like to try and almost throw reflections onto each other, if that makes sense. So there will be a little yellow in the white, a little pink or a little magenta in the white. There will be a little white in the pink, obviously for highlights, but there will also be, different shades of yellows and greens and stuff throughout all of the. It just makes it more cohesive, I feel like, when you're done with it. It's one of those things that like if you look up close separately, it all looks weird, but when you look far away, that it looks more cohesive, if that makes sense. So I'm trying to give a little more texture to this here, so I'm really going heavy in with that dip pen and the water brush, trying to add in some more additional colors and just clean things up where I think they need to be cleaned up. And I'm waving a fan in front of it. You can't see it, but I'm trying to get it to dry, and I'm going back in and just trying to do like a general gold colored background, because ideally at the end of this we're going to go through with a whole bunch of different metal leafing, gold and silver leaf, and just have a heck of a good time because I thought that would be fun, and I just got a whole bunch of new gold leaf in and I wanted to test it out. So that also played part of it. I'm not gonna lie. I also added in some additional little colors to try and like give it like a thought that maybe there was like other flowers in the background potentially if you see some of the like metal leafing through it. I don't know. I was just having a good time testing things out. I'm not gonna lie. I was really enjoying myself. And like I said, that is really thin paper at like 90 pounds. It's not at all gonna hold up to it. Oh, that is, I think that's the champagne silver. That's the rose gold or rose copper. And I want to say between 5 and 7 different colors I'm using in this. And it's a lot. So I had ordered several new colors of, I'm going to call everything gold leaf, even though it's not, y'all. And so I wanted to go in and use that. Right now I'm using the rose copper, which is really beautiful. It's a pinky copper color. And then this is just the pure gold or the gold. And there are different shades of gold when you get into gold and metal leafing. There's a lot of it. I think that one's either the champagne gold or champagne silver, but that one is so beautiful. So, so beautiful. Like, I love the champagne silver and the antique silver and the antique gold and the champagne gold. Those colors are absolutely gorgeous in composition or gold leafing, and I am a huge fan of those. They are my favorite. They are a little whirly curly, as you can tell. But I think that just adds to the texture of this piece and is just really, really cool. So I'm going through and I'm kind of burnishing stuff down so that I can get an idea of where I need to fill in, which is obviously a lot at this point because I want to do just little pieces so that it's just, like I said, almost like it's a cohesive piece, but it's not, if that probably makes no sense whatsoever. But that's the best way I can describe it of what was going through my mind at the time is just I really wanted to use as many different colors as I could and fill it in and just kind of make it all go together. Again, I'm not doing good with explanations tonight, so I apologize. But you guys have been watching me for a while. You know how it is. But I really wanted to give an explanation to go with this for something that, though this is very simple, I really, really enjoyed this process. And it is a process because, like, as I was going, I decided, oh, I'm going to color this background gold, and then I'm going to add all the different color gold leaves I have because I have them and I want to play with it. And honestly, the piece didn't look finished to me. It's just one of those things. Sometimes when you just go, you're like, this isn't done. It needs something else. And so I just kept adding to it until I was happy with it. And I'm really satisfied with it. And I've used it as a display piece in some of my stuff at the farmer's market, and I have to say, like, I get more compliments about that than I do about, like, some of my baked goods, so take that for what you will, I guess, but I hope you get to see the finished piece, but you might not in this one, because I add a whole lot, yeah, so I had already added 5 different colors of gold leaf. This is an additional 3, so there was 8. I fibbed, not 7. I really, really enjoy buying gold leaf because they have it in I've just been able to find different sources with it in all different shades of gold and silver and copper, and I even do colors now, so I really enjoy it. And like I said, this was just a whole process, and really, more than anything else with my speed paintings, I just want to take you through the process of things I was thinking and going through at the time. So I hope you enjoyed this. I'm just going through and basically going to fill this all in with all these different colors, and it turns out looking amazing. So I really enjoyed how this turned out. And then I sealed it when I was all done. So if you have any additional questions, because I'm sure I didn't do a great job of explaining that, let me know in the comment section below. If not, like, comment, subscribe. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.